On this special edition of the Seacoast Sports Forum, we have a special guest, the retiring athletic director for Exeter High School, Bill Ball. This is it, an end of an era. Coach Bill Ball, and today you become just citizen Coach Ball. You've been the athletic director here for how many years now?
26.
26, and you remember the first day that you got that promotion?
I do. I remember it well, and was very grateful for the opportunity, and continue to be to this day. A great run. Said it many times, my life has been enhanced professionally and personally by this job. And
you took over for another legendary athletic director, Cass Donovan, who we just celebrated here with the track, dedicating the track to her just a few weeks back. How was that transition?
She was, Cass, an icon in her own right, and she was so good to myself and all the other coaches and athletes and students. Her impact on Exeter High School was truly profound. I was lucky. She really mentored me along the way before she actually stepped aside. So that helped my transition greatly, and certainly having somebody like Kristen Morissette in the office at the time when I came in, and for the last quarter century, it's really worked well for me.
Yeah, you've developed your own team here, and a family. Let's call it a family, not a team, a family. Explain to the audience what duties fall under the auspices of athletic director at a high school.
Yeah, you're in charge of obviously scheduling practices and games, and you're in charge of all aspects of coaching, student athletes, from academics all the way through to performance on the field and all in between. There's a lot there, but when you deal with the student athletes that I had the fortune of dealing with, and in particular the support from the parents in this SAU 16 area, it's made it enriching. For myself, I know that.
And you work along with or alongside other athletic directors, obviously coordinating scheduling and all
the
that.
Time. Yeah. All the time. Little things, but bad weather in the winter. What do you do? Tough calls. 2 inches of snow, 3 inches of snow, slippery roads. Early morning hockey practice at 5:30. When do you make that call? You have to make it the night before. You're looking at it. Then you wake up at 4 in the morning. You look out the window. You take a ride. Things are okay. They're not okay. Those are the things that weigh heavily on me. I know that because obviously involves safety quite a bit.
Yeah, safety is a big factor in just about every business, but in particular the safety of all these students that you're involved with and coaches. And that's what I wanted to bring up. I know the fellow coaches that you've hired over the years here at Exeter High School have stayed a part of the Bluehawk family and have set up some very successful sports programs here. You've been very, very fortunate.
Yeah, it goes back, and Jimmy was here for 40 plus, Kevin McQueen, I'd say high 20s, maybe 30. Jeff Holmes, he's getting up there. I think he's 27, 28 now. Right. Kristen, 25. And Debbie Grott's getting up there now. When she took over for Sue Garneau. Megan Young has had a run and a half. There's been a lot. There's been a lot of coaches. Joe Scazzatelli's been with our track program for a long time, and I'm sure I missed a few, but longevity has been a staple and has been good to us.
Well, I think from having spoken with other coaches here, they appreciate the open door policy with you as athletic director too. It's not, you don't dominate their coaching styles.
No, and you know, I mean, it's like anything. It's you know, I think coaching myself helped. You know, it gives you greater insight into a lot of the dynamics and talking, communication, understanding that people are fallible, they make mistakes, and sometimes you have to correct those mistakes, and you have to get better, right? We talk to the kids all the time about getting better athletically. Sometimes, you know, all of us, myself included in football, we have to get better and continually strive to do so.
Now, what was the first sport you coached here at Exeter High School?
Actually, it was freshman basketball.
Freshman basketball, okay. And then when the football came
Right
in
after,
with Dick Eustace
Yep.
as an assistant coach. And so how many sports in total you've coached here?
It's funny, I coached, my first year I ended up coaching spring track. A fellow by the name of Rick Jordan, I had to step out late, asked me to step in, and I did that for a spring. Then I found the lacrosse field, and but I loved coaching basketball here. I did it for I think 22 years, freshman and JV, and a lot of fun memories.
Well, also I think you're proud of the fact that Exeter High School established a unified basketball program that you and Sharon Orchard have really done well with the
It's been great.
community here.
And unified soccer, unified basketball, inclusion, students helping students, really rewarding, especially, you know, when you see those small victories that in other people's minds sometimes makes their day, you know, a basket or this or that or a great assist or no, that's been a really positive for me, and probably, you know, really carried me the last 5 or 6 years. That's been a lot of fun.
It's fun watching the kids.
Right.
The unified
And
sports.
you can't say enough about Sharon putting that together. She does a great job.
Now, somebody asked me, we talked a couple of years ago, and they said, gee, you never asked the coach, well, what sports did you play in high school and college? What did
High
you
school,
excel?
Melrose High School.
And-
I played football and basketball.
Football,
before.
basketball?
Yeah.
And what about college?
No.
Just, now, what was your, of those two, even Steven, you liked
Football.
both? Yeah, oh, but football? So, and I want to concentrate today, we'll do a football show later because I want to make it clear to folks, you're staying with us as the head coach of the football team for many years to come. But to get back to the start with the program, when you started with Dick Eustace and then worked your way up as the head coach, we had that '97 championship team. We were just talking about that. We've got that coming up soon to Bluehawk Media and Exeter TV. You've had quite a good run with that football over the years, but I mean, go back to the athletic director part of your job. How complicated trying to juggle those two?
Yeah, I mean, long days, but again, being directly involved, I think sometimes gives you a little bit better insight into the world of it when you live it yourself a little bit. But yeah, I mean, you get out of football practice at 7 o'clock and you walk into the stadium, you got a soccer game at 7 o'clock, and being home at 7:15 now turns into 9:15, 9:30. It makes for a long day, and a very understanding wife, and my wife Lori, she's terrific and has supported me all the way, and very grateful for that.
And back to I used the phrase earlier, open door policy. Now, does it ever hit you that your years as an educator, coach, and athletic director, the effect that you've had on the student athletes here in Exeter High School and their development as adults and parents?
Yeah, you know, it's been the last couple of weeks. I've gotten a lot of correspondence from former students, not only athletes, but young people that I had back in the old Exeter area junior high school, and that's been very nice and very much appreciated. Even this basketball camp we're presently running right now, it started 45 years ago.
Wow.
You know, a lot of the parents bringing the kids in attended the Bluehawk basketball camp.
Right.
So it's kind of gone full circle a little bit.
Generational thing.
Generational.
I know when we were talking to Chris Bartell and that championship team, he said he has 6 kids and they're all coming through the system. So, you know, he's proud of that too. And
Right.
I went on the NHIA website. Well, this is material that when you were enshrined into the Granite State Hall of Fame. And I just want to read some of the quotes they had there. And again, I'm quoting it. "It's safe to say that few individuals have had such a profound and lasting impact upon the greater Exeter community." And as stated by one of your fellow coaches, Bill Ball develops the whole student athlete in terms of character, commitment, and sportsmanship. And to these values, he is uncompromising, for they reflect his own character and philosophy. More than just student athletes, Bill's players are expected and called upon to be leaders beyond the walls of the high school. And this expectation transcends the football program due to Bill's role as the athletic administrator. I'm going to just give it a little bit more here, as it says, as evidence of this, Exeter High School has been awarded the NHIAA sportsmanship banners, and it shows a collective commitment by all of Bill's coaches to practice what Coach Ball directly preaches to his football team. While wins are great and losses hurt, to Coach Ball, nothing is more important than the lessons learned through sports and their application to life beyond high school. But before you comment, I wanted to ask you one more. At the commencement for the class of 2024 here at Exeter High School, you were the keynote speaker, and one of your final lines, maybe it was the final line, was, "As you progress, remember, respect can't be purchased." Talk about how you look towards the future and these young people that are going to be adults and parents.
Yeah, I think, you know, I think the word that, listening to what you said, that stuck with me is the word collective. And it's all-encompassing. It has been a collective effort from the coaches in the fall, in the winter, in the spring, their commitment to the student athletes, their commitment to their programs. It's not a commitment that's seasonal. It goes beyond. It's helping kids get into college. It's helping kids that might be struggling in different ways. It's applauding, you know, when they do well academically, or, you know, a random act of kindness. All those things play in. You know, that we pay respect during Memorial Day to our fallen, and that's expected, and that's something that comes from the households. To be honest with you, parents, that's how these kids have been brought up. They're respectful. They know the difference between right and wrong, and I say it all the time. I've been incredibly fortunate to have wonderful parents and a great administration, and it continues to stay with our present superintendent, and it goes back. And SAU 16 is a place where people want their kids to attend and go to school.
And you've left quite a legacy. You really have.
You know, that's nice to hear, but I'll be honest with you, I think if anyone really has benefited from that, it's myself. I've been in a lot of different situations, a lot of, so many fond memories of whether it's to go to a young person's Eagle Scout ceremony, or celebrate things that are non-athletic, that have nothing to do with sports, but are a part of this culture of this school. That's been incredibly rewarding.
I want to ask you just to give people a preview of your successor that's going to be coming in to replace you.
Excited about that. Kathy Claremont. She is incredibly competent. She's committed to the students of this school. I think she'll be a student-first athletic director. She'll be a a solid, strong voice for Exeter athletics and Exeter High School. She'll work well with the other administration. She already has in her previous capacity. So I see a very, very seamless transition for her.
Well, we want you to be able to enjoy some quality time with your wife, Lori, and I know you've got your son, Billy, and daughter, Patty, and especially the grandkids. I know I've got 6 grandkids in Ohio and 4 here in New England, and I'm hoping that when they get to high school, that they have an educator / coach with the qualities you have, sir.
I appreciate that.
And I make it clear, we look forward to many Bluehawk football seasons to come with Coach Bill Ball on the sidelines. So see you in the fall.
Thank you, Sherm.
Thank you for all the years as athletic director, but like I say, see you in the fall.
Thanks very much.
Be sure to subscribe to Exeter TV on YouTube and hit the bell to get notified about new episodes of the Seacoast Sports Forum and other local content. Follow the Sports Forum team behind the scenes on our Facebook and Twitter pages, and send us your game footage and photos to our email. That's seacoastsportsforum.extv@gmail.com. This is Sherm Chester inviting you to join us for the next edition of the Seacoast Sports Forum.
Coach, when you were on our Seacoast Sports Forum a while back, that was the most watched episode and listened to episode that we've ever had. And I have a going away present for you. And it's to commemorate it. It's a prototype. This is the one and only Seacoast Sports Forum official t-shirt I want to present to you.
I appreciate that very much.
We appreciate the people that watch it, and we appreciate you being on
That's
the
awesome.
Seacoast Sports Forum.
Thank you so
But
much,
we'll
my
be
friend.
we'll be back doing more with you in the future.
We will do that. Thank
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.